Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brittany and I love to read and talk about it. You should definitely subscribe to join in on all the fun. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. First off, can we take a moment to appreciate my little ghost coffee? So cute. It is literally so cute. I don't know if this video is getting uploaded on or a couple days before Halloween, but happy Halloween, besties. This is the best time of the year. This is my favorite holiday. I just love it so much, and I did this kind of video last year and I had a really good time. However, I was not scared, so hopefully things will change this year. I will be reading horror books for a week straight leading up to Halloween. Obviously, I'm starting this before Halloween because it has to get posted on Halloween. There's hair. If you guys saw me eating hair, no you didn't. So these are my options. In a perfect world, I would love to read all of these. In a not so perfect world, you know, the world that we do live in, I'm probably only gonna read like 3 of these, but I do want to read all of these so bad. And I've been holding on to some of these for a while, or I ordered some of these specifically to read during this time of year, but I've been slacking so bad. I'm sure you've already seen some of my other videos where I'm just like falling behind so bad for some reason. I also have another book on my Kindle too, so we're not going to read 6 books in this video, but we might, but we're not going to. We're going to quickly rapid fire all of the options that I do have. I'm not going to go into the details about each book until we obviously pick them or choose them to be read, because yeah, you guys know the drill. First I have Dark Harvest by Norman Partridge. Then I have The Nightmare Man by J.H. Market. Ghost Eaters by Clay McLeod Chapman. Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. And Ring by Koji Suzuki. And then the one I have on my Kindle is Stolen Tongues by Felix Blackwell. If I was to only pick, we'll say 4. If I was to pick only 4 for sure that I want to read this week, definitely Annihilation. Ghost Eaters only because my friend bought it as well, so we're gonna buddy read it. The Nightmare Man and Dark Harvest, just because these really like fit the aesthetic for me, and I'm pretty sure this one takes place on Halloween, so I think that would be like really cool. So these would be the 4 that I would for sure choose, and then probably Stolen Tongues, and then this. I feel like this one is good, but I kind of like know the story of it, whereas all of these I feel like I'm going in completely blind, so they're just a little more exciting to me. I am hoping that one of these gives me the heebie-jeebies, because last year I really was trying so hard to be scared and I was not finding anything that was scaring me, but that is kind of like my fault because I think I only read like psychological thrillers. I had like an anthology of like classic horror tales, or I think that I was reading, and then just like some classics like The Haunting of Hill House and stuff. Really enjoyed it, but it didn't actually like scare me. It just was like a mind fuck, I guess you could say. Hopefully one of these keeps me up at night, because that's all a girl wants, is to be afraid, you know? Is that too much to ask for? Also, if the lighting is getting kind of wonky, I'm trying to still figure this ring light out. I had to get a new one because my pride and joy, my perfect ring light that I've had since 2015 finally died on me. And I was actually very sad because I get like very attached to things. And I was like, you've gotten me through so much. You got me through my beauty guru era. You got me through all of like my at-home photo shoots, my booktube. And that one, it was more expensive. So I was like, let's be like cheap and smart. I got a cheaper one on Amazon, but like, I don't know. I can't like tell if the lighting is the same. It feels like very warm toned, and I can do cool tone too, but then it feels too cool toned. None of that matters. The book that we will be starting with is Ghost Eaters, again, just because I'm buddy reading it with my friend, so I told her that I would start it today, Sunday. I do know it's something about like a drug that like you can see ghosts, I'm pretty sure. I'm just gonna read this to you guys like we're in class, so everybody listen up. Erin hasn't been able to set a single boundary with her charismatic but reckless college ex-boyfriend Silas. When he asks her to bail him out of rehab again, she knows she needs to cut him off. Wow, I can't read. Sorry guys. But after he gets out, Silas turns up dead of an overdose in their hometown, Virginia, and Erin's world falls apart. A friend tells her about Ghost, a new drug that allows users to see the dead. Wanna get haunted, he asks. Grieving and desperate for closure with Silas, Erin agrees to a pill-popping seance, but the drug has unfathomable side effects, and once you take it, you can never go back. Honestly, yeah, that sounds good. Like, I had no idea what this was about, but me and her, I think we just like saw it at the bookstore or something. This was like months ago, and we were like, I'll get it if you get it. We're gonna go ahead and start with this today. Hopefully it is good. Hopefully it is great. be in every video so people like my video and subscribe because of how cute you are. I wanted to give you guys a little update really quick on Ghost Eaters. I am literally 190 pages into this. We are so close to being done. This is so good. I was not expecting this to be as good as it was because I feel like I just don't hear anybody talking about it, and I just picked it up on a whim with my friend because she saw it and thought it looked cool. Then I was like, oh my god, I'll get it and we can buddy read it. Like, we knew nothing about it, and then like we read the synopsis and I was like, I guess it sounds like cool, but like I wasn't really understanding if it was like a horror thing or what. It is so good. I don't know what it is about it, but I am just like obsessed. It is like eerie and creepy, but it also has like, it's like a different type of horror that I can't even explain. Like, I wouldn't say it's like scary, but it is like eerie and creepy, like kind of like I just said. And it gives you like the heebie-jeebies at certain points when she's like describing the ghosts that she's like seeing. I'm just really enjoying it. I think right now it's sitting at a 4 or 4.5, just depending on how it ends. I do really like our main character, so I hope it's like a happy ending for her, but you never know with horror books or like thrillers or anything, so guess we'll see. I do hope that I can finish it either tonight or tomorrow so then we can get started on the next book because I'm ready to like read more horror. I think this is like really fixing my slump. Like, I was already kind of getting out of a slump, but something about this book is so addicting that like I've been thinking about it all day and like I just cannot wait to keep reading it, which is such a good feeling. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it, so guess we'll see. Hi spooky besties. I don't know the last time I updated you. I think it was this morning or it was last night. However, I did finish Ghost Eaters. This was so good. I think I'm gonna rate this, I don't know, I'm still torn between like a 4 and a 4.5 because it was really enjoyable. There were like a couple things that I was like, oh, I wish this was done differently, or like there were little parts that were slow, like it would pick up and then it would kind of like slow down and then pick up and then slow down again, but I didn't find myself like minding that. But overall, I did really enjoy it, so I'm not 100% set on the rating yet, so I'll kind of think about that and then rate it. If I forget to update you, it'll be on my Goodreads, but just know it'll be at least a 4, and then if I'm feeling up for it, then maybe a 4.5. But moving on, I did start Annihilation today by Jeff Vandermeer. This is what I was the most excited for, so I've really been like wanting to read this one. I am currently 21 pages into it. I did go and read at a cafe. I already put the clips in, I'm pretty sure, but this is about a group of, I think 5, no, I'm sorry. How many people is it? Oh, 4 women. They go to this place called Area X. They're cut off from civilization and they're supposed to go there and kind of like document their findings and just explore. They're the 12th expedition, I believe. Yeah, the 12th. And people have returned and like killed themselves, shot each other. I think a group came back. All of them like developed cancer. Like, weird things happen and nobody like really kind of knows what's going on there, so I'm just very intrigued by it. I also know this is a movie, so I do want to watch the movie after. Like, the cover of this is just so like spooky, and this is, I'm pretty sure, a whole series. I don't know if it's like following the same people or if it's like different expeditions or what, but I saw like them in the bookstore today. Like, there's this one and then there's like a couple more and they all have really cool covers. So it is only 195 pages, so I feel like I can read it fast. I'm hoping. It is like 9 p.m. right now. Okay, that's a lie. It's 8:40 p.m. so 20 minutes before 9. But I'm gonna try to read some tonight. I don't know how far I'll get because normally I am like in bed by 9:30, but hopefully it like grips me and I'm like intrigued enough to keep reading. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, so I definitely can't wait to keep reading it. So I'm about halfway done with Annihilation. I'm on page 89, which It sounds crazy, but it literally is only like 194 pages or something. So this is where we're at. Yes, I do dog ear my pages. I literally own like 30 bookmarks too, but if I don't have one by me at the time, I'm dog earing it. It's fine. I'm really intrigued so far. Nothing like creepy. Well, okay, something kind of creepy started happening, but like nothing crazy yet. But it is very like eerie, and it just like leaves you very intrigued and like wondering what is going on, like what's gonna happen and everything. So like this much has mostly just been kind of describing the area, talking about this tower tower tunnel, like they can't agree on what it's called, but we're like learning a couple things. I'm trying to figure out like if somebody in the group is shady, like all of that stuff. I'm gonna try to finish it tonight, fingers crossed, and then if I finish that tonight, I'm gonna start, I think, the Nightmare Man next. We are running out of time. I only have like a couple more days left to do this video, so I would like to try to get 4 books done in this video, hopefully. I do have some hot apple cider in my little mug that I get from this local like grocery store here that's so good. And then I went apple picking. I went to an apple picking like orchard, so I got some apples and I made like some caramel apples with some chocolate. And then obviously I have candy corn because yes, I am one of those people who love candy corn. I love candy corn so much. I also really like the pumpkins. It's currently 7:50 p.m. so hopefully we can get done and move on to the next book. I might look a little insane with my makeup, but I am going to a concert tonight, so I had to do a little, you know, a little extra. I did finish Annihilation, and I think I'm gonna rate this 4 stars. You kind of had no idea what was going on for the longest time because you have an unreliable narrator, so you're finding things out as she's finding things out, and then you're kind of like uncovering mysteries with her, and it just makes the story so much more immersive. I feel like it was very like atmospheric, and I'm really curious to see like where the story goes from here. I do think that they follow different like expeditions, maybe like this was the 12th one. I think the next book maybe follows the 13th. I feel like the descriptions of like this biological world was so unique, and I also think like the length of this book was so perfect because it is just under 200 pages, so it worked for what this book was because it's more of like the atmosphere and the immersive experience and not necessarily like scary in that sense of like a serial killer or someone haunting them or whatever. Like it's more scary in like unsettling in like the world, the area that they're in, Area X. I just feel like if it was longer, it would have gotten dragged out too much and it would have been easier to like lose interest. So yeah, I definitely really enjoyed this. And then I did go ahead and get started on the Nightmare Man. I'm literally like on chapter 2. Nothing, well, I don't want to say nothing crazy has happened yet actually, because a couple of crazy things happened. I do know that this follows an author who wrote this character, and I'm pretty sure somebody like dies the way that the characters in this book dies, and they think that he's like the killer, so he's under investigation. So Ben is our author, and he spends the weekend at this home I believe that his grandfather owned, and he was working on his latest horror novel, The Scarecrow. On the eve of the book's release, the terrible story within begins to unfold in real life, and then we have Detective Mills, and he is the one that's investigating. He is the one that arrives on the scene of this murder. The author, he cannot remember anything from the night that everything happened, and he wrote it in the atrium, which is his grandfather's forbidden room full of numbered books without words. So then he starts digging in deep into the history of the estate, and he learns that he may have triggered the release of something trapped long ago. It sounds really, really good. I hope it's like spooky. I feel like the idea of like a scarecrow going around killing people is always like a good trope. It's good and it's freaky. All right, I am still reading The Nightmare Man. I'm on chapter 18, page 119. So we're probably like 30% into the book, I guess. My plan today is to finish this and start the next book, because realistically I want to try to get this video edited tomorrow night. So I really only have tonight and then tomorrow-ish, a little bit of tomorrow to read. But like I want to get this edited tomorrow so I can post it on Halloween, because it is currently Wednesday. So we're running out of time. And like I've done good, don't get me wrong, I'm on the third book in the video, but I like didn't get to read much yesterday because I went to a concert. This is my new hoodie. It was so good, by the way. So good. I saw Pierce the Veil in 2015 in high school, and then in 2025, 10 years later, and our friend was able to get us on the artist deck, so we were like right there. Like, I'm gonna show you. Like literally, they were like, we were there. We were like, we were breathing their air. They're literally, oh, the glare right now from the camera, you can't really see, but that's them. So yeah, I didn't get to read yesterday, so I really just have today and tomorrow's where I was going with that. And tomorrow only really like half the day because I work and I want to like edit. And I think I have plans tomorrow actually, so I really probably only have like the morning before work. I am really enjoying this. It's more of a murder mystery type thing rather than like horror thriller, unless I just haven't really gotten to those parts yet. But I am still really intrigued by it, but it's not like giving me the heebie-jeebies or anything. Like I thought there was going to be more to do with like the scarecrow thing. Like I thought maybe it was like a evil entity or something, which maybe it is because it says that they like unleashed something trapped long ago or whatever. So I still have a lot of the story. Don't get me wrong. Like this could get creepier, but right now it's just focusing on like the detective work and the author. I don't think he is the killer. That's not like a spoiler because like I said, I'm literally only here. I don't know anything going on. But I just feel like in murder mysteries, if they're like pointing too much at one person, typically it's just not that person. I feel like that's just the way that it goes. But I could be, you know, corrected. Who knows? But I am still enjoying it. I didn't like, every time I've ever read like a murder mystery, I've always like, I think there's maybe been one or two out of all of them that I've actually like enjoyed. Like it's not really a genre I enjoy that much because of the fact that most of it feels pretty like predictable, and like the shocking plot twist half the time doesn't get me. But I will say I am enjoying this one more. I don't know if it's because it does have like the horror element to it with like this scarecrow thing, and like the way they're finding their bodies are pretty gruesome as well. So I guess like the horror element is there. It's just not like super intense yet. But anyways, I'm gonna keep reading. I'm on my lunch break right now, so I'm gonna read, and then I have therapy at 5 o'clock. But after that, I'm good for the night to just like read as much as I can. So we will be finishing this. That is 100% a goal, and starting the next book. That's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is like what I'm going to do. And yeah, so I'll check back in a little bit. Just finished The Nightmare Man by J.H. Marker, and I think I'm gonna rate this 3.75. It was really good. It was more of like, I feel like a mystery suspense, but this did have factors that I wasn't expecting. It did take a turn at one point, and it took like a turn that I was kind of thinking it was gonna take, and I'm glad it took that turn because I could see why it has more of like those horror elements and everything as well. But I did really like it. The cover is very compelling. The plot is very compelling. The only reason it's not like a 4-star is it did feel like it dragged at certain points, and I was finding myself kind of like tuning out at certain points, but I did find it engaging for the most part still. It was just really towards like the end, I was kind of like, okay. But you do get different POVs and everything as well, so I did really like that. I do think with like murder mysteries and stuff like that, like different POVs is really beneficial. So Yes, 3.75 for that. And then the next book, I think I am going to read this. I was torn between this or Stolen Tongues, because Stolen Tongues I think is going to give me that fear factor that I might be wanting, like the creepiness, afraid to go to bed type thing. But I really only have like tonight and tomorrow morning to read, and this one is pretty short. It's literally under 200 pages, and also the cover kind of just like screams fall. I feel like it's perfect for this video, and it takes place on Halloween, and it just seems like it's like the more perfect like book to choose for like the aesthetic and like the plot of the video and everything. And it does still seem like it's creepy because it's Halloween. It says they call him the October Boy, or Old Hacksaw Face, or Sawtooth Jack. Whatever the name, everybody in the small Midwestern town knows who he is and how he rises from the cornfields every Halloween with a bloody butcher knife in his hand and makes his way towards town. And I guess like this town, they have like a competition or whatever where they could like try to hunt this October Boy that rises or whatever. And the prize is, the October Boy is the prize in an annual rite of life and death. And it's our main character Pete. It's his one chance to escape a dead-end future in this one horse town. He's willing to risk everything, including his life, to be the winner. So he's hunting people while also being hunted, the October Boy. And it just kind of sounds interesting. I don't know. I'm really, really tired, so I'm gonna try to read as much as I can tonight so I don't have to read that much tomorrow. But I barely got any sleep last night. I got home around like 1:30 probably-ish, went to bed around 2, and then woke up at like 7 for work. So I'm so tired. We're gonna go ahead and start that tonight. It's like 8 p.m. So hopefully it's good. Hopefully it holds my attention, because I'm sure you guys can even just tell, like, I am so tired. I'm gonna be honest, I don't entirely know like what's going on. I feel like we just kind of like jumped right into it. I just finished Dark Harvest by Norman Partridge, and I think I'm gonna rate this a 3-star, because honestly, like, you know those Halloween movies that like are iconic and nostalgic to watch every single year, but they're not like necessarily good? I feel like that's kind of how this book is, right? Because it has like all of these great Halloween like elements and like spooky elements, and it just fits the overall vibe and aesthetic really, really well. But there's also really not like an actual plot. It kind of just like jumps right in, and you learn like a little bit, but in my opinion it was just way too short to like actually know anything going on. I mean, like I said, I think it's under it's under 200 pages, so I actually do wish this was longer, and I wish we got to know more about like the town, the characters, and just like more overall plot, because for the longest time I was like, wait, what's going on? Like, but it is something that I would still reread like every Halloween, just for like a fun little Halloween classic tale type thing. This gives the same energy as, why can't I think of the word? You know, like the Halloween like folklore and like myths and everything. Like that's what this gives, like a small town like local legend myth thing. So I would still reread it for that element, but it is a 3-star because there really isn't like actual plot to it. But that is the end of this video. I do wish I had a little more time, because I do really, really want to read Stolen Tongues. I think that'll be a really good book, so I probably will still end up reading it. I mean, or I could push it off till next Halloween, but that seems pretty far. We'll see. But I'm not going to end up obviously reading it for this video, because Halloween is tomorrow, which means I need to edit this video tonight and either get it uploaded today or tomorrow. Either way, whether you're seeing it on Thursday or Friday, like I said, happy Halloween, guys. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and comment down below what you are dressing up as, or what you're doing, what the vibe is. I'm going as Starfire this year because I have red hair, so I just feel like it worked, you know, perfectly. I don't think there were really any books in this video, again, that actually like spooked me, but each book kind of did have like its elements that actually were like a little creepy, so I think I did better this year. Next year, don't worry, we're gonna find like some actual fucked up books or something that's gonna literally make me afraid to sleep, If you have any recommendations, let me know. I think I just like don't scare as easily because I love scary movies and stuff. So it's got to be just like really gross or gory, I think, to freak me out, or just like really, really like creepy. So you guys already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell notification next to it. That way you don't miss out on any of my videos. And give this video a giant thumbs up. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.